In the farming regions of Vietnam, it is clear that water is the life force of this Southeast Asian nation. Due to the effects of climate change, this vital resource is under threat. Associate Professor Ron Johnston from the School of Geography, Planning and Environmental Management says the University of Queensland is developing new and affordable technology that can be used to measure the effects of climate change in Vietnam.
By the end of this year, we'll have deployed a sensor network, and that sensor network is designed specifically to help collect continuous representative data that can be put into models predicting issues with water quality.
Occurring in Vietnam.
Researchers at Canto University are concerned that climate change will cause severe damage here along the Mekong Delta. This would displace thousands of Vietnamese families and in fact create climate change refugees. The Mekong Delta supplies more than 50% of the nation's rice and crop food supplies. Dr. Lian Tuan from the Research Institute for Climate Change at Canto University says it will have devastating effects on the livelihoods of many people in Vietnam, especially those in the Mekong Delta region.
In the Mekong Delta, 50% of the population are farmers, and all their activity are dependent on the weather and climate. With the climate change, will affect strongly to their income.
In Australia, we often think of climate change as something that affects only affluent countries. However, it is clear that its effects will have dire consequences for many developing nations, particularly for Vietnam. Research shows that up to 5 million people could potentially be displaced due to sea level rises in Vietnam over the next 10 years. This would severely damage Vietnam's economic growth and development. Vietnam is preparing for the effects that climate change will bring and continuing research into this vital area. Sensor technology, like the one being developed by the University of Queensland, is a vital part of being able to assess and prepare for the threat of climate change facing Vietnam. Anna Hartley reporting.